Grave of Curse Stage 9 guide with a free-to-play team. If you are looking to farm some legendary gear for your tank, stay there. Hello guys, WilsonBox here, and in this video I'm going to show you two free-to-play teams that you can use to farm Stage 9 Grave of Curse. So this is the first one. I'm using these 5 characters. They are all epic, and the other team I'm using, they are also epic, and I'm gonna talk about this first one. It will be these first characters, and then I have this team as well with Frubart that I'm going to show you as well. So before everything, let's talk about these boss skills. So this guy, you're going to need 220 accuracy to apply debuffs on him. His first skill is able to get 30% attack up and 30% damage up. So we really want to prevent this, so we can do two things. We can block this with buff prohibition, or we can dispel this. Second skill, it dispels a shield from the current enemy and deals necrotic damage to them. Third one, it deals necrotic damage to all enemies, converting 240 of the damage dealt to a shield of equal value for 20 seconds. When the hero has a buff, this spell ignores the enemy immortality and invisibility. And that's it, he's immune to all control effects, and basically this is it. So let's look at this team I'm using here. So I'm using these two Ice Blast heroes. I think you already heard about that. Ice Blast heroes are really good for damage, so I'm using Bladin with a Art of Gambler set and some epic runes. I have epic rune and hair 1, and he's full scrolled, and I'm using the Eyeball of the Giant. Then Gertin, I'm using this artifact, Manticore statue. I'm using a different set, the Inventor's Inspiration. I think this set is really good for Ice Blast heroes, because every time the wearer casts a battle skill, it says every time the wearer casts a battle skill or ultimate skill, they receive a 8% damage bonus up to 4 times. And since they are able to cast a battle skill twice and then cast the ultimate skill, I can get like 16, 24 or even 32% more damage with this set, which is really good. I'm using these two heroes, the Ice Blast, but these two you can change them with any DPS you want. You just need like to really need the good DPSs, and I'm using only Ice Radiance because that's the element I'm choosing to go all in this season, and at the moment I have the elemental damage bonus of 15%. Alright, then I'm using Vorash to dispel his buffs and also to apply some buff prohibition. I'm using some accuracy on him, so I have more than 220. I'm using the candles just to speed up his battle skill. Then I have Garius with the Mirror of the Living and defense set, Ancestral Protection to reduce the damage on my allies. Then I have only defense on him, so I have defense percentage here, and I have HP here, but it's not supposed. Okay, so already changed. I have defense percentage here and defense percentage here, more defense here and more defense here, because I want to increase this healing. This healing increases with defense percentage, so I want more defense to increase my healing. And then I have Clovis. I'm just gonna change this artifact because not everyone has legendary artifacts, and I want to show you guys you can do this without any legendary artifact. He's not 5 stars at the moment, but I'm using this set. This set is very good as well, Series Whisper. It will increase 15% attack of my allies, which is really good, and I'm using some accuracy on him and defense percentage as well. So I have some timings. Let's just save this. I have some timings on them as well. I'm using the Aura of Gertin to increase my damage, and let's check the timings. About the timings, so this is a bit tricky because the ultimate of Clovis is going to reduce his ultimate, the ultimate boss, by 20%. So it's a bit tricky to get the right timings for everything. So this is what I found. This boss takes 18 seconds, so it's 6, 12, 18 seconds to do a full cycle. And we want to apply the buff prohibition before the 24 seconds. But since I'm using this ultimate, it's going to increase that time it's going to take to get those buffs up. So I found the perfect time will be 24.5 seconds. Don't worry about this because the other team I have to show you, I'm not using Clovis, so the times are more precise. And then I'm using Garius 21 seconds on his first skill casting time because I want the Garius to apply the heal to heal everyone after a boss casts the ultimate skill. And this is it. That's all about the strategy for this one. After this, you just need to press start and let it go on auto mode. So guys, as you can see, my Clovis is doing the ultimate, so it's gonna take more time. Varus didn't dispel all the both buffs, but that's alright. At least he's applying the buff prohibition now before this skill. And after this round, the first round is always more complicated because Varus, the percentage that he has to dispel those debuffs is like 60 or 70%, so it's not 100%. So sometimes he doesn't dispel both buffs on the first round, but after that it's gonna apply the buff prohibition every cycle, so everyone will be safe. Clovis will keep applying some attack penalty before the ultimate, which is really important. And then I have Varus applying the buff prohibition, I have Garius applying giving healing to everyone and keeping everyone healthy, and then I have some DPS, and that's it. The timings are perfect at the moment, so I can just leave this on auto mode. This still gonna take some time to do this. I think will be around 3 minutes, but it's alright, I don't mind if it's auto mode. It's much easier because you don't need to keep looking at your phone or computer. You can just press play and do something else and let it do your job. Okay guys, so this is it, we've done it. It took 3 minutes 41, it's my best time as you can see. But it's auto mode, so I don't mind if I take a little bit more. I prefer this comp instead the other one I'm gonna show you guys, because with Clovis, since he's delaying his ultimate, it's gonna take always more time to cast all these skills, and this way I have more time to do more damage before the boss casts this ultimate again. Now let's have a look at the other comp I'm using as well. I have this one, so the only difference is I'm not using Clovis, I don't have the 5 elemental, and I'm using Frubart. So let's see, I have the crown on Varus this time, and Frubart as the spiritual incense burner, because since this guy takes 18.7 seconds to cast his ultimate while we are fighting this boss, he's gonna cast his ultimate later and later, and will reach a time that he will fail his attack penalty before he casts ultimate, and this boss does a massive damage and will kill someone. So that way I put the incense burner on him just to make sure he's gonna take less than 18 seconds to cast the attack penalty always. And then I have Pledin again and Gertin, same gear, same stuff on Garius, just Varus and Frubart are doing a different job. I have the same gear I was using on Clovis, the only difference is I'm using the incense burner on him. He's gonna apply the attack penalty, and then Varus is gonna apply the defense penalty to increase more our damage. Then I'm using the attack aura again, and about timings, they are a bit different. So 18.5 seconds now on Garius, because this time I'm not gonna delay his ultimate of this boss, so this way is always gonna take 18 seconds to cast his ultimate. And then Varus 18 seconds, so he's gonna cast his ultimate right before the boss casts his ultimate, because he's taking 18.2 seconds, so this way he's gonna apply the buff prohibition on the right time before this boss buffs him up again with attack up and damage bonus up. And then attack penalty, I have interval of 18 seconds, because after the incense burner activates, it's gonna take less than 18 seconds to cast his ultimate. I don't want less, I don't want more, I want exactly 18 seconds to cast the attack penalty, and this way is gonna cast the attack penalty always on the right time, because the first one will take 11.3 seconds, and after that 11.3 seconds I want him to cast his attack penalty always on the same time. And that's it, basically. We want the attack penalty, buff prohibition are the most important things, and the first round as always is always tricky, because the battle skill, as I was saying, it has a 60% chance of dispelling one buff from them. With Clovis delaying the ultimate, it gives more time for Voresh to dispel those these two buffs at the beginning. But let's just pray and hope he can dispel at the beginning at least one buff, or this boss will kill us on the first round. Alright, so after this, just let it auto mode and let's go. So guys, as I was saying, Voresh is gonna cast his ultimate now, not Voresh Frobart, and then Voresh will cast his ultimate around here. Yeah, that's it. And they will keep doing this same thing every round. Then, as you can see, Frobart will keep applying the attack penalty always on this time as well. And on this fight, the times are not changing because I'm not delaying this boss ultimate, so will always be the right times. If you don't have Clovis, you can use Frobart. Also, if you don't have Garius, you can use another healer. Just change the disposition of these. Place the heroes nearby. I can show you after finishing this fight, and then we can place Frobart tanking and not Garius, but I'll show you on the end of this combat. Alright, as you guys can see, I really take all the time I have to kill this guy. 4 minutes 46 seconds. This is a lot, but if you can do it, you can get the legendary gear and do this on auto mode. Still, it's a lot of time, I know. If we can do it, that's the most important thing. So, what I was saying, if you don't have Garius, you can use another character. I'm using Garius because, I mean, he can tank and heal as well. But on this comp we have Frobart, so what we can do is change the position of Frobart to here, and this way is gonna tank this boss, and then we can use another healer and place the healer here where it's Garius. Like, let's just get an example like Katarina. Katarina is here, she's gonna able to heal these three on this position, and then Frobart is able to sustain himself with his passive skill. So I think you'll be fine. This is just on theory. I have not tried this, but if you guys need help with a different build, just comment below, tell me what heroes you don't have here, and I'll find you an alternative to this, and I'll test it, and then I'll reply to your comment saying which 5 heroes you can use to do Grave of Curse. Of course, this is just in theory because you also gonna need some really good gear, especially for stage 9. I already been farming Grave of Venom on stage 9 and get some legendary gear, and after that you want to do Grave of Curse stage 9 as well, because you get more points for the events and all that stuff, and you also have a bigger chance to get more materials and more gear on stage 9. With this, I hope this guide helped you guys. I hope you guys can do on stage 9 of Grave of Curse. To get this gear and these materials, you also have a chance to get epic gear, so stage 9 is the best one if you have the right gear. If you can't do stage 9 because you don't have enough good gear, you can start by stage 7 and do exactly the same strategy, same build, same timings, you'll be fine, and then while you're getting better gear, you can progress to stage 8 and finally to stage 9, guys. So if you have any question, guys, just leave it below on the comments. I'll reply to you and try to help everyone as soon as I can. So if you like this video, don't forget to press that like button, subscribe to my channel if you want to follow more content like this. Thanks for watching and see you next time.